A family crying out for help more than a month after their loved one disappeared. Police say Desheena Kyle may be in danger, and they're asking again for the public's help.
After missing for 3 months, we now know 26-year-old Desheena Kyle is dead.
Knoxville police asking for your help this morning to find a woman missing since last week that could be in danger. Take a look at your screen. Police say 26-year-old Desheena Kyle of Knoxville was reported missing on June 28th, but has not been seen or heard from since June 23rd. We're told that she went missing from the Wilson Road area. Kyle is about 5'3" and 130 pounds. If you see her, police say call 911. And if you have any information on where she could be, contact East Tennessee Valley Crime Stoppers.
Desheena is 27 years old, about 5'3" and 130 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes. Desheena is an aspiring fashion designer from Knoxville, Tennessee. Her last confirmed sighting was on June 18th. When Desheena was still missing 1 week later, on her birthday, June 25th, friends and family became even more concerned. Later that day, they discovered Desheena's car hadn't moved in days and her dog had been left alone. Investigators with Knoxville police say they have a strong reason to believe that Desheena could be in immediate danger.
I want Desheena back. I want her back every single day.
A family crying out for help more than a month after their loved one disappeared. Police say Desheena Kyle may be in danger, and they're asking again for the public's help. 10 News reporter Malik Jackson spoke with her family again, more than a month.
And here's a quick timeline of events. June 18th, the last verified sighting of Desheena Kyle. June 23rd, a possible sighting of Miss Kyle. June 28th, the day she was officially reported missing. Today, July 30th, her family sat down with detectives more than a month after she disappeared, pleading for answers on where their loved one might be.
We begging y'all, please help us with this. We can't do it by ourselves. If you know where she is or know what happened to her, please let us know.
Desheena Kyle's grandmother says she still feels her absence every day.
This has taken everything in me out of me. I mean, as I summed it up before, my soul feel like it's damaged.
She misses everything about Desheena Kyle and wishes they could do more.
I look at her pictures and I just feel helpless because I can't do anything. I feel like I should be doing something.
She joins the police and asks for help from anyone who knows what happened.
We're begging for help from the public. If you saw anything, we know that somebody saw something. Somebody saw something. Somebody knows something.
Simply wanting her home.
She's my heart. She knows there's nothing that she would be able to call me and ask me for that I would not do for her.
I can't believe that I'm looking at my baby's pictures out here like this. Like she really missing.
It's been almost 2 weeks since anyone heard or saw a 26-year-old Knoxville woman. Knoxville police say Desheena Kyle went missing from Wilson Road. KPD says her last verified sighting was June 18th, and investigators have strong reason to believe she could be in danger. Reporter Amelia Young spoke to her family. They're now offering a $10,000 reward for information.
June 25th was Desheena Kyle's 26th birthday. It also marked the first time her family hadn't heard from her.
And this is the first time since she's been born that I've not talked to her on her birthday.
Kyle's aunt, Rita Turner, says she tried numerous times that day to make contact, but came up short. She says friends last spoke to Kyle 2 days before her birthday, although KPD says the last verified sighting was days before that.
But what we do know is this is so unlike her. She's either in a ton of distress or she's in danger.
Kyle's family is grieving.
We never thought it would happen to us, but we're living it now, and it is a total nightmare.
They believe someone knows something and are offering $10,000 for information.
My whole soul is broken because of this. I need to find out where she is. What is happening to her? Does somebody have her? Is she okay? Is she not okay?
Monday night, family and friends prayed for an answer and for Kyle to return home. Dozens gathered, releasing balloons in her honor and passing out flyers.
Please give us some information on Desheena, please. We love her so much. Words can't even describe how much we love her.
They're relying on faith and each other's support to get by.
The family of missing 26-year-old Desheena Kyle, along with members of the community, gathered to take search efforts into their own hands. Kyle has been missing for more than 3 months now. And today, Knoxville police announced her former boyfriend, John Bassett, is now a person of interest in Kyle's disappearance. He was arrested in July for a separate charge and currently remains in custody. We should note he has not been charged in relation to the Kyle case. WAT 6 on your side reporter Jordan Brown met up with community members tonight as their search for Kyle resumed. Jordan?
Yeah, Bo, around 15 to 20 people went into a dense wooded area on Thomas Street near Ohio Avenue, hoping to find something that would give a clue about the Desheena Kyle case. Now, the family says they chose that area because they believe John Bassett, the person of interest in this case, frequented that area. They didn't find anything tonight, but Kyle's family says they're not giving up.
With gloves on and sticks in hand, a crew of volunteers marched through a dense wooded area searching for answers in the disappearance of Desheena Kyle.
Imagine not knowing where your loved one is, no answers, no community help, no nothing. Just her gone in thin air. That's the worst part.
It has been pure torture day in and day out. I wake up thinking about her. I go through all throughout the day thinking about her, just questioning where could she be, what has happened. It's just torment.
After 3 months of wondering, an update in the case gets the family one step closer to the answers they've been looking for.
It's heartbreaking. We just want answers. We've been bracing ourselves to be prepared for this moment, but we weren't expecting it, but at least they're trying to make some kind of leeway.
Police have a person of interest in custody and are treating this like a homicide investigation. Desheena, however, still hasn't been found.
We understand that law enforcement has a job to do. We do know that they are putting in efforts as well, but at this point, they have not found Desheena, and that's what our goal is. And so we're going to continue to search until we find Desheena and we bring her home, and prayerfully that's safe and sound.
She is loved, she is missed, and any tip, no matter how big or small, we would greatly appreciate it. We just want to find her one way or the other and bring her home.
Now, Desheena's family says this won't be the last search, and they thank the community for their efforts so far.
Authorities recovered a body in North Knox County this afternoon. The Knoxville Police Department says it was found inside a home on Sam Tillery Road. Police haven't released an ID, but they are saying the discovery came during the investigation into the disappearance of Desheena Kyle. That 26-year-old Knoxville woman was last seen in late June at her apartment on Wilson Road. Just last week, investigators labeled the case a possible homicide. They also named a person of interest, John Bassett. Authorities say he was once in a relationship with Desheena Kyle. Bassett was arrested back in July on drug and weapons charges. At the moment, he isn't facing charges in the Desheena Kyle case. Last night, police and crisis negotiators tried to serve a warrant at the home of John Bassett on Ohio Avenue. He wasn't there. Police did eventually find that suspect a few hours later and arrested him for a probation violation. That suspect also has a connection to Desheena Kyle. That 26-year-old woman has been missing for weeks. For more on their history together, we turn to 10 News reporter Vinay Simlat.
After almost 3 weeks of searching, prayers, and releasing balloons, Desheena Kyle is still missing.
This is so unlike her. She's either in a ton of distress or she's in danger.
Her family says John Bassett Jr., the man police arrested last night, was her ex-boyfriend. They say he stalked her and abused her. Court documents show Bassett was arrested for domestic violence against the missing woman in 2014. The documents say he approached her while she was in a locked car, picked up a rock, and hit the driver's side window until the glass broke. The domestic violence case was dismissed. Since then, records show Bassett's had 2 other run-ins with the law, both drug charges, one in 2014 and the other in 2018. Knoxville police tell 10 News they haven't charged or arrested anyone in Desheena Kyle's disappearance, and they wouldn't comment because of an ongoing investigation. But the police department does say they have reason to believe she could be in danger. Desheena Kyle's family advocate says if people see something, they should say something.
We keep asking for tips from the public, so that's what's going to bring Desheena home.
In Knoxville, I'm Vinay Simlat.
A $10,000 reward is in place for any tips that help solve the mystery of that missing woman.
I cannot believe that this has happened. This is so senseless.
We're 3 months into the disappearance of Desheena Kyle. The Knoxville Police Department now says they found a body tied to that investigation. Her family says they are certain it is her, and now they are grieving. That 26-year-old, again, missing since June, and for the first time, her family spoke with 10 News reporter Malik Jackson about what they are learning and what they are feeling today. Malik?
Yeah, John, a conclusion the family never wanted, but one they say now is inevitable. Earlier this afternoon, her family, grieving her loss, spoke to us about who she was and how unimaginable this moment is. A conclusion her family never thought was possible.
This morning I was thinking about that I'm never going to get to talk to her again. What am I going to do without her?
Struggling to understand why someone could take away her life so soon.
It's just so hard to talk about her like she's gone. I mean, that's extremely hard for me to talk about her in the past tense, like she's gone.
Betty Dees, Kyle's grandmother, says they know that's her, and the pain associated with loss is the only feeling they say they have. But not forgetting the person that made Desheena, Desheena.
She was very funny, outgoing, full of life, loved life, loved her family. I talked to Desheena all the time.
A young girl who made an impression on everyone she knew.
She was loved by her entire family, her friends, everybody that knew her, people she went to school with.
Now that her family says she's gone, what she meant to them remains, and an agonizing 3-month search concludes. Dees will always know Kyle as her first and will never forget how she lived.
To me, she's everything. Like, she is everything. That is my first grandchild.
Now, we are still waiting for KPD to confirm this, but as you heard there, the family thinks it's her, and now they're simply trying to grapple with the fact that she's no longer here.
3 months, we now know 26-year-old Desheena Kyle is dead.
On Tuesday, we told you Knoxville police found a body in the 6900 block of Sam Tillery Road while they were investigating Kyle's disappearance. Today, KPD confirmed it was in fact her.
WATE 6 On Your Side's Kirsty Crawford joins us live with a detailed timeline of what we know right now. So Kirsty, family and friends prayed, of course, that she would be found alive.
Yeah, Lori, though, ever since Desheena Kyle was reported missing on June 28th, friends and family have held a prayer vigil and search parties looking for her. Now, when she was first reported missing by her grandmother, KPD said Kyle was last seen on June 18th. A few weeks later, friends and family held a prayer vigil at Victor Ashe Park, hoping to spread the word about Kyle's disappearance and pray for her safe return. On July 7th, John Bassett, Kyle's ex-boyfriend, was arrested on unrelated charges for her disappearance. We were there as Knoxville police raided his home. Around the same time, officers said they believed Kyle could be in danger. We also got our hands on court records from July 2014 saying Bassett and Kyle got into a physical fight. He hit her at the home that was searched. Another month went by with no news from KPD about Kyle. Family and friends searched near Ohio Avenue in the Lonsdale community just last week. That was after Knoxville police said her case was being investigated as a possible homicide. Today, police said her cause of death has been officially ruled a homicide, and they said that it was based on the lack of sightings, a prolonged period without contact with her friends or family, and evidence. Now, another search was reportedly planned for this week, but it was canceled after Knoxville police said they found a body on Sam Tillery Road after an investigation into her whereabouts took them there on Tuesday. Today, we're hearing from friends who say they are heartbroken and angry after finding out Kyle is no longer alive. They say she was such a funny and loving person who would do anything for anyone.
Friends and family are heartbroken tonight after learning Desheena Kyle has now been found dead. Knoxville police found Kyle's body when searching at a home in the 6900 block of Sam Tillery Road on Tuesday. Kyle was first reported missing June 28th by her grandmother. At the time, police say she had not been seen since June 18th. Family and friends have held a prayer vigil and searches since. Now, we talked with one of her friends today who says Kyle made the people around her want to be better, and it's tragic she can't do that anymore.
You're never going to see her smile again. You're never going to hear her voice again or anything like that. And she experienced so many life things with me. She was there when I gave birth to my daughter. She encouraged me to be better and do better in life. And we're just so devastated.
Kyle's ex-boyfriend, John Bassett, has been called a person of interest in her murder. He was arrested on July 7th on charges unrelated from her disappearance. New charges have not been filed against him since Kyle's body was found.